Alright, and it's your boy iDef, and I am back with another review for you guys, and this time we got the McFarlane Toys Fallout Ghoul. I'm sorry, it felt weird saying the Ghoul, so you know what I mean, man? I don't know. Also, I'm so sorry, I don't know how to get past this reflective thing with my lighting. I should probably research more, but I'm sorry about that. But yeah, you guys know I don't really collect 7-inch scale figures anymore, for the most part. I didn't even like this show all that much. Like, I thought it was good, but I wasn't, like, super into it, you know what I mean? I haven't even watched the second season yet. I just thought it was cool. But pretty impulsive purchase. You got a little bit of them on there. Then you got that same image on the back without them. It's kind of just ore farming. It's pretty cool. Nothing crazy on the top. Nothing crazy on the bottom. But if you were embossed collecting, this wouldn't be too bad except for that bullshit in there. But let's go ahead and run it through the old iDef system. Is the figure in good shape? Does the figure function as intended? Everything that's included with the figure, plus scaling, and then just my final thoughts. Usually a little pose at the end when I'm talking about it too, unless I forget. Alright, and here is out of package, and is the figure in good shape? Yeah, he looks fine. He looks fantastic even. He has a lot of good washing and paint to him. I'm not lying. I'm not being sarcastic. He does look pretty good. Even down to the little spurs back there. However, I do want to mention, I straight up popped off his ankle trying to fix it because it's wonky as hell. And it won't, like, turn because of the way he makes the ankles for his figures is just insanely bad, in my humble opinion. So I'm trying to face it forward right now, because I seem to have unforward faced it. Yeah, I guess he's in good shape. Because to be real, McFarlane figures, their ankles are just, the ankle joints are just awful in general. Like, it doesn't matter which, like, I don't think there's necessarily good ones. Maybe I'm wrong, but, shit. I don't know if he's gonna stand. But, I guess for what McFarlane's generally are, he's not in bad shape. I'm not gonna say he's, like, trashed. I do not know how to go about this ankle with the way it's acting. I think it's partially because the ankle's like frozen. That could be it. Which I guess would make it not in good shape. I don't know, man. You know what? Let's be fair. That sucks. Besides that though, I can get past it for the most part. I'm probably not going to be posting this figure a whole lot though. I might straight up just not even do anything with him, honestly. I'm reviewing him for you guys at this point. I'm just going to keep his weapons for other figures, I think. But, anyways, does the figure function as intended? I'm going to start off and say right there, no, he does not. But check this out, though. He can look up a little bit. Most McFarlanes cannot do that. I feel like, I mean, maybe they've gotten better, but he looks down really good. Like, they really gave him a lot of expression for the head, so that's kind of cool. It's got a nice T-pose. That's nice and smooth. Got a pretty ineffectual butterfly joint, but it does a little something. He does have a really well hidden bicep joint too, or bicep swivel. I appreciate that. I think it looks pretty good. Crunchy, decent bend though, nothing to complain about. And then they have these multi-pivot wrists, which are good and bad. They're kind of good, but they can be a bitch. They're easier to deal with than ankles generally, though, so. Especially stuff that has pants. But, for ab crunch, I don't think he technically has any, like, effectually. I don't know if that's a word. Or if that's even the right context to use it if it is a word. But, he's not going to be he's not going to be doing too much with his torso. There might be something in there that turns besides his waist, but he definitely will. Like, you can turn him at the waist. But that's only really good if you're trying to get his pistol, like, you know, trying to have him show sheath, because this is not cloth. And it's a little bit soft, but it's not enough to move back out of the way. So, him even actually having that holster is almost pointless, in my opinion. Like, I'm not even shitting you. Like, it just doesn't really need to be there, because it doesn't really serve. You wouldn't even see the pistol if it was in there, which it can go in there. I did test that, but silly. Let's see. Get to about here. It will only hold that for a certain time period, though, if it's not actively being pressed upon. Okay. Sooty. Do that for split. He doesn't need to do splits anyways, but that's about what he can do because of the jacket and stuff. But I haven't even tried bending his leg yet. It's got a decent bend. It's not great, but it's not terrible either. Oh, it goes a little bit further. And you know what? They might have purposely made it cap a little bit so he doesn't spike his butt with his little spurs. So that's cool. I guess I'll show you the good ankle. It doesn't go up too far, but it does have toe articulation, so. And then, I don't know if this one's locked up too, but it doesn't seem to pivot. Did McFarlane figure ankles ever pivot, or did you have to just turn them? I can't remember. I don't know, man. But it's gonna be hard to get in a cool pose, I think. If I'm being honest. I'm going to go ahead and say he doesn't necessarily function as intended. He's got some issues. Could be QC. Could just be McFarlane figure. Who knows? Oh, gosh. So, for everything that's included, he comes with a little hat, which thankfully does go on just fine. Check that out. Or from... I'll just leave that on there. And then he comes with this little lever action shotgun or rifle, whatever it is. I can't remember. But cool little rifle. I like that it actually has different paint. And then he's got this little, I don't know if it's, I'm pretty sure it's a revolver. I don't know, some sort of weird pistol though. This one, not too much different detail, but it does have a different paint on the handle and everything, so I'm not complaining. And then this useless piece of crap, yeah. And then the stand, which might help quite a bit for, oh, don't tell me. Okay, I was like, don't tell me it's one of those ones where it just won't go in. Yeah, look at that, I'm cheating. That's everything he comes with. He doesn't come with any fist hands, so he ain't gonna be punching nobody. But I guess we can do some scaling. I don't really have a lot of 7-inch scale figures, so I'll scale with a couple different things, and I do have a spawn. But the rest are just giving you scale for what he's gonna look like with other figures, I guess. Like, I don't know, man. Here he is with the Marvel Legends Secret Wars Wolverine. They actually kind of scale well together. I'm not gonna lie, I'm a little pissed off right now because I spilled some soda in my room, so forgive me. Here he is with the Marvel Legends Magic the Gathering collab Spider-Man. Battle Damage Spider-Man. I don't know why they didn't say it on the package. Anyways, he seems to be kind of scaling well with Marvel Legends, but I also don't know how tall his character is. Walton Goggin probably isn't that tall. Maybe he is. I don't really know. But so far, I kind of like how he's looking with these characters so far. So, obviously, I didn't even need to do this because it just does not matter because they're different scale. But if we are going by the fact that Walton Goggins is 5'10", and we're going to assume that his character is also 5'10" in the show, then he's too tall comparatively to him, which means he's very obviously a 7-inch scale, which means it doesn't matter. But anyways, here he is with the Moffics, the Dark Knight Batman, which I love very much. Alright, and here he is with McFarlane Toys Spawn. It's like a sketch he did a long time ago. I don't know specifically what to call it. It's like pre-Spawn. Technically, it's not Spawn. I don't know. But yeah, now you see more of a height difference. Because height difference. I think Spawn's like 7 foot. I can't remember. But yeah, there's some more height. That it's scaling. Yes. And for sheer size comparison, here he is with the Marvel Legends Gamer vs. Juggernaut, and they don't really look good together, just because, you know, stylistic differences. They scale decently together though. Like, I don't know. I guess he would be considered a pretty freaking tall guy, but I don't know, man. That's what I got. All right, and you know, for my final thoughts. I'm sorry. I'm not trying to rub it in. I really am glad McFarlane is losing the license to so many things, because he does great art. He makes horrible figures though, bro. And I know it's probably not completely his fault, but they're just, the entire scheme for the way they make figures, I just don't like. Like, it's completely pinned. The ankle joints are always just weird. I don't even know if they technically have pivot, to be honest. The rubber crotch, like, it's just, bro, they're so limited when they could be so much better. However, he does look really good. There's no way I don't think I could have got him in this pose without a stand, which, you know, he didn't come with to do stuff like this. But yeah, you can definitely do some cool poses with him if you got a stand and stuff, but yeah. I don't have too much more to say about him. I can't really recommend him in good faith. If you know you like McFarlane's and everything I've said is really something that is a minor inconvenience to you and you're like, whatever. Yeah, you'll probably like him. He's pretty cool. For the standards of my collection, I don't think he's that cool. I think he has some cool things about him, but I don't know, man. There's not a lot I'm gonna get out of him personally, I don't think. But he does look good just standing there in like a cool pose, like. But yeah, I think that's it. I don't think I have anything else to say about him. Yeah, I hope you enjoyed. I hope this helps you decide whether or not you want to pick up this figure or not. I'm out.